Hello friends, this is Kevin aka K-Man1 coming at you with another episode of Okami. In the last episode, we got here to northern Ryoshima coast and took care of a handful of side things to get ourselves some praise. And in this episode, we're going to be exploring the area just a little bit more in order to see what there is for us. So, let's get right into it. First things first that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to head over to that fishing shack looking place right over there. Why are we going to want to do that? Well, you'll see in just a moment. And normally I'd cut out travel time, but since this is technically a new area, I don't feel bad showing off some of the lesser explored areas. But what we're ultimately going to want to do is we can see there's a little bit of a crowd of people over here. Let's see what's going on. Hey, Hiroshima. So you got taken by that porker guy, right? And he took you to a castle at the bottom of the sea? If that's true, where's that porker now, huh? Yeah, where is he now? Yeah, where is he? What are they talking about? It ain't Porka, it's Orca. He's an emissary of the Dragon Palace, and he only comes for people worthy of going there. Yeah, right. Didn't your mom teach you not to tell lies? Let's get him. Yeah, get him. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Only cowards gang up, blah, blah. Hey, who's that? Good timing, I'm bored of playing with him now. Come on, let's go play somewhere else. Yeah, let's go play. Man, little kids are savages. What do you think those little brats were talking about, Ami? What do they mean by a castle at the bottom of the sea? Let's ask this guy. Hey kid, how long you plan on staying like that? Hey, I'm talking to you. What's wrong, kid? I must have dozed off. I reckon I do that a lot on the beach. Fisherman Hiroshima. I don't know who y'all are, but I sure appreciate your waking me up. When I ain't got the strength to go home, sometimes I nap here. You were sleeping? Bah, you really had us worried hunched over so long like that. You're not sick or injured, are ya? No sir, I'm fit as a fiddle, I am. Just taking a nap on the beach is all. Oh, well, that's a relief. Anyway, what was that about a castle at the bottom of the sea? Would you mind filling us in? No one ever believes me about that. There's a land under the sea here in Ryoshima. The Dragonians and Sea God live there in the Dragon Palace. The Dragon Palace is an amazing place, real purty. I haven't been through there in a dog's age, though. Dragon Palace? Land of the Dragonians? They're the ones controlling the water dragon. Himiko said so. So just how does one get down to that palace, bucket boy? How could a chubby, big-bones lad like you elude that water dragon and make it all the way down to the bottom of the sea? Water dragon was much nicer in those days. But you can't just choose to go to the Dragon Palace, see? Only worthy people can go. If you're worthy, an emissary called Orca comes to get you. So this Orca dude is an emissary from the Dragon Palace? And just how do you get to meet this guy anyway? And that's one question that ain't so easy to answer. Y'all see that pier over yonder? That pier's where I'm at, Orca. I was looking out to the sea when he came with the morning sun. Orca only comes if you're worthy of the Dragon Palace, I reckon. Well, I'm pretty sure that if we're looking for any leads on the water dragon, then the Dragon Palace is something we'd be very much interested in. I'm feeding the pigs because I can. Fight me. Fight me in real life. Come over to where I live and fight me. Fight me to the death. Just kidding. But yeah. Feeding pigs, getting praise, you know how it is. So let's go ahead and head over to the pier and see if there's anything for us. But he specifically said that Orca came with the morning sun, so I say we go ahead and make sure we get here right at dawn. Easiest way to do that, in my opinion? Well, time travel. And by time travel, I mean absolute control of the day-night cycle. Something's coming! Hello! Why does this big fish look so happy? It's kind of creeping me out. Ah! Orca! Orca, it's you! It's been a dog's age. I stopped counting the years. Would you come take me back to the Dragon Palace? Nope. Orca? This is that emissary or whatever of the Dragonians? Dragon Palace emissary, Orca. At last, one worthy of visiting the Dragon Palace. Hop on, I'll take you to the Dragon Palace. Hear that, Ami? I'm second to none when it comes to swimming. Even that water dragon's no match for me. You heard him. What are we gonna do, Ami? Oh, I guess you already made up your mind. So yes, now we have a way of traveling around here on the high seas. That isn't Amaterasu swimming. This is Orca? Not a very creative name. He looks kind of fishy, pun intended. Want to hitch a ride? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. You do? Well, I don't suppose we have much of a choice. We might as well take advantage of him now that he's here. I'm second to none when it comes to swimming. I forgot what voice I was using for him. That water dragon's no match for me. Hear that, Ami? You believe him? Maybe we should have him take us to the Dragon Palace. I'm afraid I can't do that yet. Huh? You must complete the final ordeals decreed by Otohime. Only then will you be worthy of visiting the Dragon Palace. Hear that, Ami? Hey, Orca, is this Otohime chick your boss or something? She's got a lot of nerve letting that water dragon run amok. Listen, Orca, we want to ride down to the Dragon Palace. So let's hear about that ordeal you were talking about. The entrance to the Dragon Palace is a whirlpool, but it's hidden right now to keep out the evil beings that plague this area. You must find the whirlpool amid this vast sea. That is the ordeal decreed by Otohime. Hear that, Ami? Sounds like a piece of cake. I mean, this sea's packed with places begging to be explored. We'll just have to check them out until we find that whirlpool. So yes, there are a handful of islands available for us. Not the least of which being that one with the guardian sapling, but, you know, we've already kind of explored that one. Now, if you open up the map, then you've just kind of got to get away a little bit, and then a bigger map will open up. There are a lot of... I don't actually want to do that. There are a lot of places to explore, and all of them are very much in your best interest to do so. You want to hold X as much as possible in order to, you know, be going fast and not get killed by the water dragon, because if I could turn the camera easily, then yeah, that's a concern. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk to Orca and get off right over here, because there's something for us. What is that something, you might be asking? I thought there was something for us. Is there something here? There is. Money. If there's not what I actually thought was here, then I'm gonna go ahead and not include this, unless it's actually something worthwhile. Because like I said, there are a lot of islands. Well, I'm not gonna cut it out because I'm explaining it. But there are a lot of islands here, and so it can take a little bit of exploring in order to ensure that you find everything. So, yeah, he'll explain this every time we get on, so get used to that one. Anyways, let's go ahead and head over to the next island. And it is actually going to be this one. And hopefully this is going to have what I'm looking for, because, yeah, I don't want to keep wasting y'all's time. Because I care about you like that, you know? I don't necessarily want to be the best use of your time, but I don't want to be the worst. And really, you're not going to let me just jump out of the water? Anyways, fire chest right here, putting it out with water, and then headbutting it, and we get a crystal. Yeah, a lot of money in this area, so definitely something that you can take advantage of. And if we come up over here, then we will see that there is a digging spot for it. Well, not a digging spot, actually a bomb spot. So let's go ahead and bomb it and see what lies inside. After the 3,000 years it takes for the bomb to explode, because it doesn't automatically explode for some unknown reason. Anyways, here we are. in a place that I don't know its official name, but that I've only ever heard referred to as a Nirvana hole. Basically, a hole in the ground where you can get a bunch of, not experience, but a bunch of praise, and usually some pretty good items. So, just gonna bloom these clovers, and then you'll see that there's a bit of a pond there. And we'll see what that's all about in just a second. Hey, there's some money in there. Maybe it's one of those divine springs. The god of the spring is said to help those who toss in some money. Never expected to find a divine spring here, though. Alright, the basic idea is you need to offer the most possible 3 times. So I actually need a lot more money than I previously thought, so I'm probably gonna have to cut away. Oh, while I cut away to grind, I found a Nirvana hole, and there's a stray bead. So I'll show once we're back in the overworld where it is, and kind of explain that. So yeah, cool, nice, awesome, fun. So in this area in Ryoshima Coast, there's actually a Devil Gate here, and then if you come right over in this direction, and there's a Nirvana hole which has a stray bead in it. Didn't mean to do that during a cutaway, but I'm sure you understand. Alright, and back in this particular Nirvana hole, we have offered the final 40,000 yen that we need to. And what is our reward, you might be asking? Matharas, origin of all that is good, and mother to us all. Only a heart as pure as your own can pierce the darkness. I, Bakugami, feel a kindness flowing from within you. I had grown weak while you were away, but now my strength returns. You may now create 2 cherry bombs at once. Use this power well. Yes, we now have the ability to use 2 cherry bombs at once. It's pretty self-explanatory, I feel. Yeah. And I tried out right now, but literally all it is you can have 2 cherry bombs at a time. So there's really nothing to show off as far as like what that looks like. The only thing to note is that if you put 2 cherry bombs right on top of each other, they will automatically explode, instead of like having to fuse down. So that's kind of an advantage, but I'm pretty sure there are other ways to get that to work. Anyways, on to the next island. On the open sea for a grand total of like a second. Anyways, let's get off here and see what there is for us on this island. If we dig right here, then there is going to be for us a clover. So 10 nice and easy praise. But not only will there be a clover, guess what? It's another Nirvana hole. And new food, apparently. So that's nice, I guess. And actually, I'm gonna need a little bit more yen, so I'm gonna fight this demon squirrel real quick. Alright, that's taken care of. And you might be able to assume from what I just suggested what exactly the contents of this Nirvana hole are, but I'm gonna not outright spoil it. Because that's not the type of guy that I am. And just gonna do that. And that, and hey look, it's another one of them thingies. You know what that means. We're gonna be getting another one of our brush powers upgraded. Which one's it gonna be? Well, find out after a quick cutaway. By the way, this one only costs 20,000 per, so 60,000 total. Ah, Matharas, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. Only a heart as pure as your own can pierce the darkness. And he says the exact same stuff as Bakugami, but with different stuff. Specifically, we are now able to slash through some new stuff. You want to know what these things are? Well, I can show you pretty easily once we're out of the hole. And so Yusun's just gonna be like, wow, you can slash new stuff, awesome, fun. And I'm just gonna grab the scroll because I'm insisting about stuff like that. And the official name of this is Power Slash 2, but the ability is fundamentally no different, so I'm still just gonna call it Power Slash. You know how it is. Also, it'll deal more damage in combat, which is nice. but I felt like that was implied. Like, what's the point of an ability if it doesn't deal damage, am I right? Am I right? But anyways, you might know, red demon scrolls previously could not be power slashed. Guess what? Now we can, and also, these iron rocks that have been blocking us before can now be cut down. And something you'll notice is that iron rocks tend to have clovers underneath them, and those clovers tend to be worth a lot of praise. That's right, we already have enough for another ink pot, which I'm absolutely going to be grabbing because we're now only one off from having our full 10. So, on to the next island, which I'm actually going to cut away for because it's quite a distance from us. Alright, over on this island, you'll see that there's something we can dig into. And from that purple smoke emanating from it, I think you might have a pretty good idea of what's about to happen here. And because it's going to be, spoiler, a repeat boss fight, I think I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. So, have fun watching this at quadruple speed. And what is our reward for this fight? Well, first of all, money. 20,000 yen, so kind of a little bit of return from previous outings, but not too great. But more importantly, I bet you can probably guess, it's another sun fragment, which makes our 9th, so our 3rd complete unit of solar energy from them. Very, very nice. Anyways, if we return back down there, there's going to be another Devil Gate. Yeah, we're gonna wait a while longer to tackle that one as well. I'm sure you understand, those of you who've played the game before. And those of you who haven't, well, you're in for a treat, let me tell you. Anyways, on to the next island. If you come onto this island, there's a bunch of stuff around as far as like items you can pick up and stuff like that, which I'm gonna go ahead and clear out off screen. Oh, not the least of which is apparently a stray bean. See, I looked up all this stuff earlier today. I should not be surprised by the locations of any of these things. But whatever. But what's really important over here is there's a fisherman. And if we keep talking to him, then we'll see that we're looking for a particular type of fish. Marlin, and you might remember, we've picked up a marlin rod. So it's going to be another fishing minigame, and since I'm a nice guy like that, and we've already robbed a marlin rod, we've already seen a bunch of minigames, fishing minigames, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one out because you don't really need to see it in order to know how to beat it. Hey, I found Nemo. And we've done it! We've caught the marlin. And my recording time is already up to 35 minutes, but I know I'm cutting and trimming and speeding up a lot of this stuff, so hopefully it won't be a huge concern. Take a look at this. The mighty king of the sea, the marlin. It finally hits the sand. I've been fishing here in Ryoshima for a good few years now, but I've never bagged one as big as this before. No time to waste. That prima donna chef will only take the freshest fish. I'll run this over to him now. See ya. Well, we'll go ahead and see the fulfillment of that particular side quest in the next episode. So in this episode, we got a lot of stuff done. We explored all these islands here, out on the Ryoshima coast area, but with one notable exception. In the next episode, in addition to seeing what we can do with that fish, we'll check out that exception. See you guys then.